Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday night Canton Chronicle Live. I am Mr. Normus.
And I'm Eric DiGirolamo. Nice to see
Uh,
you, John.
Nice to see you, Eric. We might as well get right into this because we have a jam-packed show. First we'd like to thank all of the Kronks that we're very grateful for all our Kronks, and we want to share that through all of their support, we were able to on Friday donate 750 from the super chats and private Venmos to the Canton Food Pantry, and that's not counting what some of the Kronks donated directly to the food pantry. We hope this is just the beginning, right, Eric? We really like this cause and we want to do some more.
I think it's safe to say, as far as the Canton Chronicle is concerned, that unless we specify money being directed somewhere else, all incoming money that we receive is going to this cause, correct?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah.
Which,
I know that there's I know that one of the biggest needs down there, because when they go to the food bank in Boston, they can only take so much. It's all by weight. So some of the things that food comes first. Some of the other stuff, like the soaps and stuff, that's the heavy things that they grab here and there. And I think I have a connection that I will be taking some of the Kronk money and donating, using the Kronk money to go get soaps and toothbrushes and deodorants. They need toiletries. They need Pampers. Those are like the big items. But so real quickly, let's let Eric. Why don't you talk us through? Let's bring this up, and you talk us through the pantry.
Well, we were fortunate enough to take a tour of the pantry. John, myself, we met with the president of the Canton Helpline, Diane Tynan, as well as Director Becca Treyers, and it was quite it was really I didn't know what to expect. It opened my eyes to a lot of the needs that the citizens of Canton have, and how challenging it can be to make sure that there is enough supplies. And I think it's a great cause for. I think the Kronks did a phenomenal job of raising $750, and I think that's just kind of the start of what we can really do for this cause. But the facility was amazing. They're down at St. Gerard's. There's 200, from what I understand, there's 250 families in Canton that utilize this. So there's a big need, and they've been doing it for over 40 years.
And the big thing, Eric, was when it was at the high school, there were a lot of families that were embarrassed to they were embarrassed to go there. They didn't want to be seen. They were just too proud. Do they have an Amazon wish? You know what? Do they have an Amazon wish list? We can probably reach out to them and see if maybe they could put one up there of certain items that are a need, and we can go from there.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
What's John? Do you remember the date of the big event that's coming up to
June 9th? Saturday, June 9th. It's either June 5th or June 9th, whatever that Saturday is.
We're going to have to get that information for the next show to make sure everybody knows. But they will take non-perishables, leave them for the mailman. The mailman will pick them up and make sure that they get all the supplies, and it's a great way to really make it easy to.
Yeah, no matter where you are in Canton, Eric, your volume's a little low. You got to get closer to your mic. No matter where you are in Canton, the mailman will bring your items directly to St. Gerard's, to the food bank. So that's, and you can even drop it off. There's 9 locations in Canton that you can drop off your items, and that's on their website too. All right, how are we doing, Eric?
We're doing well. How you doing? Can you hear me better?
I can hear you fine. Maybe, I don't know. You're fine. You're fine on my end. So that's the Canton, the Canton helpline update. And like I said, we're very happy about that. And if you think that matters, there's something else tonight we'd like to get into that puts everything into perspective, because there are families right now that are not worrying about groceries. They're not worrying about their bills. They're worrying about whether their child is going to survive. So tonight's show, we are going to spend a lot of time talking about this issue, and we're going to bring. Well, let's play this, and then we'll bring our guests on. So give me 1 minute.
Did you know that there's a disease that children are being diagnosed with every day? And that every 16 hours a child dies? But did you also know that there's something you can do to help?
Come on over. This is my little princess. So this right here, that's where she had her port in. And then this scar right here is where they took out the tumor. So they sit you down and they say, well, you know, good luck in Boston. They don't do any further trials. It's about a 50% relapse rate, and there's no cure for relapse. But yet, they don't do anything for those kids. I'm like, that's not good enough. So we searched out if there was any other trials to get her involved in, remission trials, to try to prevent relapse, and she's doing great. I mean, the drug that she's on twice a day with Dr. Scholler is called DFMO, and she takes it every morning and every night, and there's no side effects that we can see from it. You know, there's so many times where you see your child in so much pain, just crying in pain, laying in that hospital bed. And they're looking at you to help them, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? Like, you're a parent, you're supposed to help your baby, you're supposed to protect them, and you're not. And emotionally, it feels like child abuse, even though intellectually, you know you have to do this, right? You have to do this so that possibly they can get better. But what kills you when you're going through treatment is that you don't know if you're lying to your kid. You don't know if there is going to be a day where they're going to get better. Everything in your being is hoping that you're not sitting there lying to your child. Malia, who's your favorite person at Disney? Goofy? Who's your boyfriend? He is? Are you gonna marry him? That's awesome.
Please help. Check out 800days.org. Share with whoever will listen. Just by talking about it, you can help. Thanks for watching.
So with us is Meg and Glenn Jessic, Malia's parents. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you for giving us your time. This literally is one of the things that when we started the show, we wanted to do. We didn't want to always just be pointing out things that everybody, was upset at. We wanted to do some good, and I think hopefully tonight we make you proud, and we get the story out there. So, Meg, you're the co-founder of the For Kids' Sake Foundation, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a local nonprofit right here, Norfolk County, folks, and it's completely run by volunteers.
Yes. We're
Right?
volunteer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Am I correct that every dollar goes directly to pediatric cancer research?
We give some of the money to families so that they can help get them
Yep.
to the research trials, and then half the money goes to research.
And so, and we're going to get into how, there's more of her story that you guys are going to tell us tonight. But this isn't like a big national charity where, you have corporate offices, somewhere, across the US. This is all, neighbors and your friends and family and your family that took something devastating in your life and you've turned it around to something that is helping kids actually all over the country. But, it started right here in Norfolk County, and that started with your daughter, Malia.
It did, yeah. So when Malia was first diagnosed in 2011, just like Eric was saying about the food pantry, we jumped into this world of pediatric cancer, and you can't unsee it. Like, you see there's single moms sitting in that hospital room. I mean, what are they supposed to do? They can't work. They have to be with their child. So you just see the need immediately for family assistance. And then, as Glenn and I learned more about pediatric cancer, we learned of the incredible need for research. That just a very small amount of money goes towards the research, and they really rely on foundations to kind of fill that gap. So we decided to start that nonprofit as soon as we saw that need. We knew that we had to do something about it.
And like I said, we're going to get into the story because she actually beat that cancer the first time.
Yeah. So in that video, she was 2 years old. She went through this horrific treatment, but she became cancer-free. And then you heard me at the end of that video talking about another trial. So she went on this medication called DFMO. And, we were lucky enough to finish that trial. And then she had almost 9 years of being cancer-free before she relapsed in 2021. And then it was kind of like she was living the life. Like, we live in Norfolk. We're from Plainville. And, she played softball, soccer. She was playing tennis. Like, she just like grabbed life by the horns, when she was cancer-free. She was just out there doing everything. And she loved Plainville. She loved the public schools here. She loved all the sports she could play. And it was just a very
what was her favorite?
Soccer.
What was her soccer? She liked soccer.
Yeah, soccer was her favorite sport.
And well, I mean, she actually got a chance to meet some of the revolution.
Yes.
The New England Revolution.
So, yep. She got to be the honorary captain. And Matt Turner was just so kind to her. And Matt Turner, his now wife, Ashley, was just instantly just gave her so much love and attention during that game. It was so really an incredible experience for Malia. She just felt so important and so loved during that time. She got to play pass with Matt a little bit and walk around the stadium, and just, it was impressive.
So was she very outgoing? Like tell us more about what kind of person was she?
Yeah. So we always say Malia was a big personality. She just, like I said, she became cancer-free and she took life by the horns and just went for it. And so, she loves sports. I've already talked about that. But, when COVID hit, she, that was kind of taken away from all these kids. They couldn't play their sports. So she just jumped into baking. She would come home from school or get off the Zoom school and she would just bake for hours, 4 hours at a time, just practicing and doing it. And then she started doing Zooms for the community to teach them how to bake. So my friends from California could with their kids could watch her teaching them how to, make certain things, make cupcakes, do different fun things on Zoom. So like I said, she just really took life by the horns, and she never, she every setback, she was like, what's the solution? How am I going to find a solution?
From her hospital bed, the baking took on its own life because she's like, she saw this greatest baker, this international baking competition. She said, I want to win this. She wasn't like, I want to sign up for it. She's like, I want to win it. So then, she started doing videos, and then it was a international voting competition, and it just kept dwindling down. They had thousands of entrants, and then it kept dwindling down. And we're like, she might win this thing, and she did. she kind of, we're like, this is a scam or whatever, but it wasn't. And next thing you know, she's being flown in a private jet in between treatments when she probably shouldn't have, but she's like, I'm going, and nothing's going to stop me, to Arizona. And that was Malia. It's awful because she was our family leader also. We would just say, what are we doing? And we're like, wait till Malia gets up because she'll tell us. And it just made things so easy, and everything was just so fun. And she was hilarious. Her favorite, she loved Adam Sandler. She could, recite all his one-liners.
All the lines from the movies.
Yeah, she was, she loved Just Go With It. And she could watch that on repeat.
Yeah.
And, it's devastating now in so many different ways. But, the video, she suffered and lived, and she was young enough to get over it. But then when she was, 14, she suffered and died, and she knew everything that was going on. It was heartbreaking to be in the room watching it and traveling all over the countries. And as Meg said, single moms, single families, we went from, Boston, Hartford, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Philadelphia, Houston, Charlotte, New York City. We traveled everywhere to try to chase a cure. How many people don't even know that those are going on, let alone those trials that could potentially save lives, let alone be able to get there if they found them. So, Meg talks to every parent. She gives grants to all the social workers. It's beyond a full-time job. And she just, Meg always says that it's very, we were grateful when Malia was alive. Now, how can you be grateful when she's dead? But she still does it. And we say, Malia can't tell us what to do, but we think that she wouldn't want other kids to suffer and die like she did. Yeah. So we pick our heads up off the pillow every day, and that's where we're at.
Well,
so
she would want us to help kids. I know.
Tell her story.
Well,
sometimes
you have someone right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I my ADD. I apologize. No, go ahead. Yeah, I'm horrible.
No, when she's in that hospital, she heard someone else crying, like that was harder on her. And she used to say, like, with her friends, she's like, Joe, thank God it's not Stella. Thank God, like she was so thankful that her friends weren't suffering.
So you started the foundation when, obviously when she was alive. So we're going to play another video to let people see a little more about this foundation, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it in a second here. Let's pull this up. Wait a minute. It takes forever to come up.
We are at Chick-fil-A in Walpole to hand out another Chick-fil-A Community Hero Award, and it goes to Megan, who was here with her son Cole. And in 2011, your daughter was diagnosed with cancer, and you and your husband Glenn started a foundation.
We did, yes. We started For Kids' Sake Foundation in 2011. It was basically, you can't unsee something when you see it. It was just, we went into the hospital and you saw all these families, a lot of single moms struggling with unpaid medical bills. And then as we got into her diagnosis, we realized that research was very underfunded. So we started a foundation. It's completely volunteer driven, and we give half the money to those families, that are in need for those unpaid medical expenses, and then half the money goes to research.
Unbelievable. And how do you guys raise money throughout the year?
We are lucky enough to have an incredible community. So I am here accepting this award, but I feel like I'm accepting it on behalf of our community, because without them, we wouldn't raise $1. So we moved to Plainville in 2013, and they just kind of welcomed our foundation and Malia and our family with open arms. And so it's that whole, I guess, Facebook community as well. So people learn about our foundation, and then they've just
they've come to our events that we do. So we do a race, a big color run in June. We do a golf tournament, and then we just have individuals that come to us with their own ideas on how they want to raise funds.
That's awesome. That's extraordinary. And I've heard that when it comes to Malia, you guys have kind of a phrase that you use when it comes to the foundation.
Yes, yeah. Well, so Malia was just such a go-getter, and so oftentimes, like her and her dad, anytime anything was kind of, tough, they'd be like, she'd be like, I got this, right, Dad? I got this, and she did to the very end.
And now you guys have this.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I feel like it's like those were actually her last words, and I feel like, when we thought about it, we're like, she left those for us. Like, she left those because we do got this. Like, everyone that goes through something tough, when you really dig down deep inside, you have all the skills that you need to move through that difficult time.
All right. Well, there's some things in there. You have a golf outing, and you have a fun run, which we're going to get into. Like we heard, the donations are spread around because, I mean, anybody that's had a family member that's been that's had any kind of illness for a long period of time and that stayed in these hospitals in Boston knows how it basically stops your life. I mean, you're driving in and out every day. You're parking. You're eating out of the cafeteria most of the time at the hospital. You're staying there all day. You're going home. You're exhausted. So I love the fact that some of the money goes to all of the expenses of these people, that are struggling.
Yeah, we've never turned away a New England applicant. So anyone that's applied for the For Kids' Sake grant, we've never had to turn them away, which is something we're really proud of and something we'd like to continue. And again, like the research, we know it's underfunded. It's just kind of sitting there waiting for funding, which is heartbreaking. But to be a part of being able to fund that is, it means a lot because I know that there's a direct connection to kids getting better.
So you mentioned earlier that it's very underfunded and, government underfunded. So can you explain a little more why it is just so crucial that there are these 501c, right? 501c,
yeah, 501c3
nonprofits for just this reason?
Yeah, exactly. So with pediatric cancer, even though it's the #1 disease killer of kids in the United States, it's the #1 disease killer of kids, it still only receives 4% of the government budget. So our tax dollars go up, up there, and then they decide that only 4% of kind of that National Cancer Institute money goes to pediatric cancer, which is not enough. And so all this research just sits there and it waits for funding. So like Leukemia Society, they helped create so many trials. So now the leukemia, the survival rate is so much higher now. So now like those kids are surviving, but there's a lot of other obviously pediatric cancers, which is why, this is still the #1 disease killer of kids. So it just needs more funding, and 501c3s kind of come in and fill the need. Like when researchers are looking for funding, they're coming to us and saying, we really have this very promising CAR T research, we're looking for money. So we become a part of that solution. There's obviously a lot bigger ones, but they really need every dollar that they can get to help these kids.
And that sounding board for the different doctors, and she will look at research that potentially could have saved Malia because her cancer was so complex. But the biggest thing for her is, we're volunteer driven. And when you give grants, a lot of the time there's in the paperwork, lots of pages of paperwork, there's always 20% administrative fee off the top. And Meg's been able to work with them that all the money, that 20% goes away and all the money goes to the research. And that's very important to her.
That's
and to
amazing.
us. that we don't, you give $100,000-$200,000, you do the math, that's a lot not going to the kids, not going to the research, not going to the doctors. So it's important to get, deduct that admin fee.
That really is awesome. And how long has the foundation been around, and what's the easiest way for any of the Kronks? We have a very generous fan base that they could donate and make a difference too.
So we started the foundation when Malia was first diagnosed in 2011. And so now I can't believe it's 15 years, but we the easiest way to find anything about us is go to forkidsakefoundation.org. And that will show the different events.
Right at the bottom of the screen. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, on the screen. And then how to get in touch with us too, because one of the major ways that we fundraise is people come to us with ideas. They have something that they want to do. They want to do a cornhole tournament or something like that, and we help provide guidance for them to be able to do that, to fundraise. So,
well, you had a movie night at King Philip.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah,
Yep.
You had a movie night at King Philip. You have a golf. What's the golf tournament?
So our friends, two of our board members, Dan and Pete McGuan, and a former board member, Steve Kenny, own NB Kenny in Devon's, Mass. And they've taken that on. We had a tournament probably over 10 years ago. So they've been doing it for a decade. That was like at Easton, Mass. And we were lucky if we raised $500. It was just guys getting together and hanging out.
500 more than you had to. Yep. Yeah.
And they've really expanded it. And that's August 31st in Plymouth this year. And they'll get 300 plus golfers, and they raise over $150,000 each year. So that's by far our biggest fundraiser. And it's all because of our board members, Dan and Pete McGuan and Steve Kenny, that really and Bob Nims, that really take it on and just explode it every year. And they make it better every year. More people show up. There's a waiting list just to play. And that, if golf tournaments, how hard that is to accomplish. So
there's a lot of golfers in Canton. I think Canton has more golf courses in the town than I think they have 5.
Most golf courses in any town in the United States.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's 5.
And just to speak a little bit about NB Kenny, I think a lot of these big businesses, they can make their own nonprofit and kind of use it as kind of a tax write-off. They don't what NB Kenny did was they partnered with us, like a separate foundation, that not only do they donate money, they ask all their friends to donate money, so it's I really think it should be the model of how companies work with nonprofits. It's the real deal, they're actually, they get no benefit. It's not about that. It's about getting results, making an impact. So it's very, very, to me, it's very, very impressive. And we're, very grateful that they've chosen to partner with us.
Well, one of our
never has to say no to grants, and big reason that we can donate to these funding doctors throughout the U.S.
Is there still a cook-off?
Oh, the cook-off, yeah.
Chili that's in Florida.
Yeah, and then we have. We lived in Florida when Malia was diagnosed the first time and moved back to Boston, and we have friends in the soccer world all over the place. But a friend of ours runs a nonprofit called Kicking Kids Cancer down in Florida, and then he's putting us in touch with the cook-off to cure. That's a chili cook-off that they do in Avalon Park, Florida, every single year, and they donate all the money to the foundation. So we fly down and support the best we can, and eat some chili and hang out with some good people that really care again about the foundation and helping these families and crushing pediatric cancer, which Malia would want us to do.
And again, that's another group of people that, they fundraise and they do all that, and there's no benefit to them. They do that, and then they write the check to pediatric cancer, right? Yeah, it's just people that want to help.
So this year, so last year you raised $64,000.
Oh, so that was at the race that we did. Yeah, we do a big So
Oh.
since Malia passed, last year was our second annual Celebration of Life 5K and festival. So we do a 5K, and then we have food trucks and fireworks. It's a big fun night. But yeah, so last year was the first time in a while we did fall short. We had a $75,000 goal, and we raised about almost 65,000.
Okay. So, and that, so we had a Kronk already jumping ahead in the chat. You have a fun run coming up in,
Yeah.
it is going to be, and I have all the paperwork right here in front of me, and I'm not wearing my glasses, June 20th
Yes.
at the Field of Dreams in Plainville. Like you just said, it's a fun run, and there's food trucks. Eric's going to love that. And there's going to be,
Me too, Eric.
games, lots, and when you say fireworks, you mean real fireworks, not just like, going down to Phantom Fireworks and buying a couple $100 worth of fireworks and letting them off. This is a full-on fireworks display.
20+ minute Disney worthy fireworks.
We did.
Okay,
We wanted to make,
you had me at the T-shirt. Now,
Yeah, yeah. And
So-
you can see where they're shooting out of the pipes. You're that close. It's
there's so
Ocean State
we were
Pyrotechnics.
lucky.
Good.
We were lucky enough to get T-shirts, and if you see, I'm wearing this really, really soft T-shirt, and this was last year's T-shirt, correct? But the material is going to stay the same. And and Eric, you're not wearing yours, correct? Eric,
You
you're not,
had one for me.
I know. Look at me disappear him. I think you're not wearing your T-shirt, Eric.
I'm not wearing my T-shirt today. Yes.
No, yeah. Well, I'm wearing my T-shirt, and it is very
I'll make
soft.
John, I'm going to make sure I'm wearing my T-shirt at the finish line when you're on all fours crossing that line.
I will not be crawling across that line.
I know you'll make it. It's just you're going to be on your
I'm
hands
gonna
and
make
knees
it.
by then.
we're gonna play another short video that actually talks about those T-shirts. Hold on, right here. Hopefully,
I think you have a line of products with Malia's name attached to it. Tell us a little bit about how that works.
Yeah, we all sat down, my wife and I and Mike and Antoinette and Katie, both our families, and said, why don't we make some items, some fabrics, some products that Malia would be proud of. She loved soccer. She loved fashion. So we've come up with them in the Malia line so far. The Malia tee, which is this super soft fabric that we hand out samples at all the shows, the ASI, so people can feel it. And feedback has been great. And it did a hoodie line, so we have the super soft hoodie and other functional athletic hoodies that Malia would have loved to wear to sports, but also to treatments where she was treated throughout the country that she could have been comfortable in.
I think you have a line of products.
John, you were telling me before the show started that is one of the most comfortable shirts you've put on.
oh my God, it is so comfortable. I don't know what to describe. Like it's stretchy, but it's really soft. It's not like Play Dry. It's not like Under Armour. But it's stretchy and it's soft. It's almost kind of almost like felt. Well, it is now, but it's very soft.
Comfy.
It is. You'll like yours, Eric, when you get yours.
I'm excited.
Eventually, when you get yours eventually.
And then our
so-
son was the one that made the design on the front. So he likes to be involved, and he loved. Well, he was a great big sister, and he's a great little brother. So he's trying to find ways to still be a little brother, which is.
And they rode waves in Hawaii together, so that was his.
Well, I was going to get into that. So
as they are on the shirt, but it was
yeah,
it did happen.
He did a great job.
So-
It looks fantastic.
yeah, it's them riding a wave, and I'm reading this upside down. That 626 is on the surfboard,
Her birthday.
That's her birthday, and there's a heart for her with her initials in it.
Yeah, that was, you
And
know, the
that's-
MJ,
and it's the two of them.
MJ signs in Norfolk County were all over the place while she was battling, and they still are. So we appreciate all the people that even after she passed have kept the MJ heart signs out and about.
Yep. I have.
So
I
yeah,
have,
sign up for the race. You get one of those shirts, and there'll be a customization station right there. There'll be bounce houses. There'll be good food. There'll be unbelievable fireworks. You can park at Plain Ridge, and there'll be a bus going back and forth. So easy in, easy out.
That was going to
yeah.
be my next question for
race
people
loop.
that are going. So
Yeah.
For all the Kronks that are watching,
Make a team.
Eric and I are going to go. All right. So we would like. So
I'll
how
be
many
team
go on a
captain.
team?
As
Okay,
many
you'll
as
be
you
the
want to
team
put on
captain,
it.
all right.
You set up a team. People sign up, and then there'll be prizes for the
Okay.
people that have the most members, that raise the most, all that, and it'll be Malia gear.
John, I'm going to make a prediction. You're not going to come in first of the Kronks that run. You'll
Well,
be
it all depends on what.
middle of the pack.
It all depends on what Kronks.
Well, I'm convinced that you know, Kevin Colby and you know, he's gonna wipe. He'll be ahead of you by like 25 minutes.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not. Well, I guess we can have professionals on there.
The cool thing about the race is that we don't time it. So, you know, it's not timed. It's not officially timed. So you can't, no one's going to go online and see what your time was.
So, John, you can come in first, and you're not getting the award.
Be first.
All right. So we can have unlimited number of Kronks on the team. Okay. And let me look at this again here. So, and I need my glasses. Hold on. I'll have my glasses. All right. So, you have to sign up by May 1st. So we have all of April to sign up, but you want to sign up early, and you get a race shirt and there's other goodies. It's a hybrid 5K. And so Eric and I, like I said, we are definitely going to be doing it, and park at Plain Ridge. They'll shuttle us down. It starts at 5. What time should people plan on getting there?
Yeah, I would say, you know, we want to get there around 4:30 or 4:30. It's also, there is parking available right at the site. It's paid parking. So there's like the premier parking. So when you go on to sign up, you can add that too.
But there's only 100 spots, which go really, really fast.
They do go pretty
The
fast.
police shut down.
Yeah.
The fire and the police are awesome in Plainville, and they help us navigate everybody, and it runs pretty smooth.
Okay. So we're putting this out there to any of our Kronks that want to join us. Send us a message. So wait, if I remember correctly, if I was, no, actually, Eric said he's the team leader. Eric's the team leader, right?
All right,
So,
thank you.
okay. So Eric's going to sign. Eric, you're the team leader.
Yeah.
Okay. So Eric's going to
on too for you, John.
correct.
Keep going, John.
All right. No, you're the team leader. This means Eric is going to be the one that's going to sign us on the Kronks, right? And we will give out the code, right? We'll have a code.
Yes.
And anyone that wants to join our team will sign in under that code. Right? As easy as that, correct?
Yep.
I like it. I think we can get at least 10 Kronks to run.
Oh, absolutely.
Easy.
I mean,
Why not 20? Eric, why not 20?
If they want to do it virtually, they can. Like we can, and we'll ship out your T-shirt to you. We'll ship out, we'll ship out everything to you if it's not a good day. But we'd love to see you there. It's just it's a fun time, and it's like you said, it's right in Plainville at Field of Dreams, and it's a way to honor Malia, and it's like win-win because all the money goes straight to research from this event.
Hey, Eric, look, Muppet Man's in.
I like it. I like
He's got to
it.
come all the way down. He's got to come down for all that. Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, yes, virtual is fun, but so aren't fireworks. So I mean, if you can make it, you want to make it, right?
It sounds like a really great day.
And there's food trucks. What kind of food trucks?
Yeah, there's food trucks.
Right.
We have a pizza food truck coming. We have ice
Chick-fil-A.
cream. Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Ah, sweet.
Pricks and cider.
No, not at that event.
There is
No
this
beer.
Sip Parade truck that comes, but it's all non-alcoholic. But it's really cool. She makes really cool drinks. Like she's the best.
Well, you can do that when you go back to Plainridge.
by Malia's house, and there's there'll be a whole section there of Malia, cool spot, and then it's a pin run this year, so there'll be collectible pins for every kilometer that you go. You get to collect a pin, so you can blame the pins slowing you down, man. Every kilometer you drop the pin, you have to pick it up.
Good point.
I could have Eric just show up to each checkpoint, right? I could have Eric in a golf cart at the checkpoint, making sure.
God, I'm not going to Rosie Ruiz this on you. It's not going to happen.
Eric, now
don't have all the pins.
Right.
you're dating yourself, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The thing is, everybody in our community knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Yep.
So 5K, what's 5K? That's 3 miles?
A little over.
Almost.
A little over 3 miles?
Yeah.
I could do 3 miles. I could do 3. Wait, June. Wait a minute. June 20th. Right now we're at we're not even April. So April, May, and June.
3 months.
So yeah, in that's a mile a month that I can do. Yeah, I could do that.
Start slow, John. Start slow.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Now I got light finally. It's we had people in the comments complaining about my lighting. It's not about the lighting; it's about Malia. But I'm here to make everybody happy. So all right. So Eric's going to register, and right, and we already have people in the chat that are going to join us. Yeah, Eric, you could be at the halfway mark and high five.
Oh, I'm going to be high fiving everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, do you guys run?
Glenn usually does,
Yeah,
right?
50 pounds ago I did. Yeah.
Well, come
No,
on.
I mean, I had in the past with Malia and Cole, and but now it's navigating. It's a much bigger production at this point with the fireworks, the food trucks, the police, the fire, and everything. We used to just do the 5K. It'd be a lot easier, but we it's all hands on deck with the volunteers up there.
You're not the one setting off the fire.
I'm already making excuses.
You're not the one setting the fireworks off.
Check marks,
We
can
don't
get
hire anybody. I just go out. I go up to New Hampshire and bring them back. No, just kidding.
Cole will do it. So our son will be doing it. And you just know, I mean, Malia did it every year. She loved it. She loved being that inspiration for other kids. Like she really thrived on that. So she would be there, and she would be there in spirit for sure. So
now, can you describe the Plainville Field of Dreams?
Yeah, it's a sports field.
Yeah, soccer and baseball field. Malia used to play her town soccer there. She loved it. Now it's they play. King Philip plays there soccer, so I'm sure Canton Travel Soccer plays there. That's a home the away field to play against KP Soccer. But it's tucked away in neighborhood. When you go in there, you're like, where am I going? But it's once you get in there, it's kind of like they built it, and people do really, really get there. So, but Plainville's such a beautiful town. It's a small town, but claim to fame's Unlikely Story. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid author has a little bookstore there, and
oh, really?
Yeah, right in the center of Plainville. So you can hit that.
So Canton has Paul Revere, and Plainville has a Wimpy Kid.
That's right. That's right. And I feel like I have to mention. So Malia also played basketball because if Coach Mark watches this, her favorite coach was Coach Mark, and that was her basketball coach. And her best her best thing was the jump ball. Really wasn't shooting, but she was tough.
Yeah.
So, but Coach Mark,
Yeah.
she always played
Now
that.
it said you're going to have a like bouncy houses.
Yes.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of different blow up. There'll be
Eric.
There'll be for the kids can stick around and they have a great time because there's lots of things for them to do. We did there won't be a dunk tank this year because the water quality was a little off last year, so we're gonna scrap the dunk tank.
Oh no! Don't scrap the dunk tank. I volunteer to go into the dunk tank for people.
Well, if you insist.
Wait till you see. I'll take a picture of the water from last year.
We'll bring on. Hey, listen, it's all in logistics. It's all about. We'll bring our own water in.
John, maybe after the race, you can wear one of your either an elephant or a duck or one of those.
No. They said giraffe. I'm gonna get a giraffe.
Oh, you're gonna be the giraffe.
I'll be the giraffe.
All
Yeah,
right.
that was her favorite animal. Right
like
now,
that.
now I have to go look for a giraffe. I can't say it. I'm going to be the giraffe and not find it. I'm going to try to be the giraffe. But yeah, no, I'm telling you, if you bring that dunk tank in, I volunteer to put myself in there, and if it makes money, then so be it.
We'll use res water.
Yeah,
There you go.
All right, we're bringing back the dunk tank.
The fire department does. What do they do? A foam pit for the kids too, and it's pretty impressive.
You have no idea how many people want to throw a ball to dunk John.
Yeah.
I know.
They're gonna line up. That's gonna be the event.
They're gonna line up. Hey, you here for the fun run? No, I'm just here to drown the clown.
Exactly. I'll be fighting Paula for the ball. Mullins.
Hubert, I apologize to the chat. I am wearing my glasses at the moment, but I haven't been. There's a lot of people that either there was someone that their daughter played sports with her. You have a lot of people in the chat here that have a lot of nice things to say about Malia.
She loved the Malia. She loved the Taylor Swift concert. That was it was close to the end, and she was getting daily platelet and red blood cell transfusions to make that night special. So yeah, that was thank you for sharing that. It was a nice memory for her.
All right, so Eric, you this is something you have to do. Like, I'm going to put a deadline on you. I'm not going to let you hang. You're the one that's going to sign us up. I'll send you all the information, Eric, because they did send it to me in an email on giving a Kronk code and everything. And then what we'll do is on our next shows and all our posts and everything, we will put out the code for anyone to sign up for us. And let's try to see if let's set our goal at 10 and hope to smash it. 10 people to join us. And then let's, and see if we can just go, get 20.
We're gonna have to put it, we'll be pinning it on the Kronk Facebook page just so everybody knows. It'll be an easy location for one to if you're a member of the Canton Chronicle Facebook page, it's gonna be there.
And everybody gets a T-shirt, right? So everyone's gonna be running in the T-shirts.
Right, as long as they sign up by May 1st. Yes, they'll get that T-shirt. Yep.
Yeah, there's a picture of it here, right here, with all the kids in the. Well, you can't see it on there, but all the kids are in their shirts. And the website. You have a website.
Yes.
It's. I have it. I think it's for kidsakefoundation.org is the website.
Yeah, and then you can go sign up. The sign up link will be right on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you'll give them their code so they'll join your team. It'll be perfect.
Yep. There you go.
How about everybody that joins your team gets one free throw at the
Drown the clown.
Oh yeah.
If they join your team, they get one free throw at the dunk tank.
There you go.
Eric, if you got a Kronk design or something, if you guys hit that 10, I'll make Kronk design tees for your team.
Oh, absolutely. We can come up with something.
I think we're going to be at 10 by the end of the week, and then we're going to set the mark at 20 after that, and we'll keep going.
Yeah.
There we go. So there'll be.
What's the biggest team you've had?
That's a good question. I bet my sister knows the
We need
answer.
We need to know. We need to know these questions. I mean, those are the challenges that people are faced with.
That's true. We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
But we've had, I think we've had over 1,000 people at this race. So
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. That really is great.
and then hey, here's the thing. Afterwards, when they shuttle you back to Plain Ridge, you can go gamble a little bit.
100%, please do.
Yeah, they're great
They
people.
donate their parking lot to us,
They
so
do.
we would love
I
it. if
know.
that-
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a win-win. You can go to the fun run. You can see some fire. What time are the fireworks?
9:30.
Yeah, nice and dark.
Oh my God, yeah. And it's Saturday night, so you see the fireworks at 9:30. You jump on the little shuttle bus. You go back to Plain Ridge. You go inside of Plain Ridge. You play a couple slots, and they usually have bands
home
play
at
on
4
Saturday.
a.m.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
You know, there's no curfew. There's no curfew that day.
No.
No. Did we hit everything? I just want to make sure we hit everything. So, yeah, I
Is
think.
there anything that we missed that you want to make sure that the crowds hear about?
You guys are pretty thorough.
I know. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
giving us
No.
all this
Yeah,
time. And,
Appreciate it.
I know for people listening in, like it really does, it means a lot. And we appreciate you becoming a part of the race too, joining in. So thank you.
Can't
Yeah, it's
wait
pretty
to meet you in person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Same here.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and all the Kronks, keep watching for that, and we're gonna get all that information out on all our different social medias.
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thanks for being here. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. All right. Bye, guys. There you go. So now we have our next challenge, Eric. We got to get all the Kronks to join us, as many as we can, to go
We got-
down
we
to
got
Plainville.
a little over 30 days to at least get 10. Oh, anybody that can run a mile in under 20 minutes. would be
Run,
fine.
walk. It doesn't matter. Run, walk, or jog.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Or hang with me at the finish line.
The food
Wait for
truck.
John. We'll wait for John.
You got to be at the halfway point, Eric. You got to be at the halfway point.
Yeah, well, I'm going to see you at the halfway point, and then I'm going to go, take the golf cart
Actually,
to the finish
If we
line.
get
and-
another, no, we can get maybe Mullins and Brandy and A. Atkins, our mods. We got our mods to join, and so there's 5 right there.
I think Whitey
Right.
said he'd put his sneakers on and run.
So there's 6, and then the Muppet Man is 7, and yeah, we'll have it. We'll get our 10.
Yeah, absolutely. No question.
Yeah, there you go. You can sign up for the fun run for June 20th, but you only get a super. So Eric will get our code name out there this week. We will have it this week.
It'll certainly be on the Canton Chronicle Facebook page. John, what do you say? No later than Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, I'll be giving it to you. I'll send you all the information by the end of tonight, and then you can sign us up.
And certainly send me a DM if you have some interest, and we'll get things
There you
rolling.
And Bert's going to run too.
I like it.
Cubert's going to run. There you go. Look at that. And Kevin, you said Kevin's going to run or not? Eric.
Kevin who?
No, not Kevin. What's his name? With the barefoot runner.
Oh, Kevin Colby and Carol.
Kevin Colby.
Have
Kevin
to
and
get them.
Carol.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to be number 1 and number 2.
That's what I said. They'll come in first, but it's not about coming in first. It's about
No, it isn't. But
participating.
you know something? We can have a friendly competition amongst the Kronks.
No, don't make me compete in it, because they're not
No,
going.
no. They're all going to compete on which position are they going to be in front of you?
And for all of those people that might disagree with me on other issues in town, why don't you just come down, right? Donate some time, some money, and heckle me as I run.
Water balloons?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. If you're going to come down and donate, you can throw water balloons at just me, only me, none of the other cronks, just me.
No, thank you.
And I'm telling you, if they get,
You present a good target.
you can heckle me. You can do it. And if they get the dunk tank, I will dedicate a certain amount of time to be in the dunk tank.
I got a feeling you're going to enjoy it in there.
High and dry.
What, you're taking the dunk tank away? No,
High and dry. Need a ball player. You ever see that guy? Remember going to the Brockton Fair and that guy was just relentless on people. He'd get people so worked up. They'd be throwing the ball at the cage instead of the target.
No throwing coconuts.
No.
Unless they have little
So-
umbrellas on them.
Yeah. But yeah, so there you go, folks. That's our this is our second biggest fundraising of the year that we're doing.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Gary's been walking. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be great. Hubert took 3 years off from running.
Oh, back in the swing of things.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike for him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
He'd probably do it backwards.
right
John,
now, Eric.
I'm going to let you wing it for a minute. I'll be right
Right
back.
now,
right.
Eric.
Right now.
Really?
You're all right with that?
Yeah. I'll talk with the Kronks. So for Eric's got to go take a time out and go visit the Meg and Glenn in the green room to make sure that everything's all set with them. I guess there's a lot of news that is going to be coming up on Tuesday. There's another select board meeting on Tuesday. Tonight's show was 100% about Malia. I didn't want to get into anything heavy. I wanted to give them all of our time and attention, but I think there's going to be a very surprising meeting on Tuesday. Very informative. And yep, once again, it's going to be June 20th, celebration of life. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. They had, I know the other night they had another get to know down at the library for the select board and the library and some of the other people that are all running for office. I actually have I was in town on Friday night. I was in Chinatown, and some of the people that follow us saw some of the pictures that I put out there. It was an event. It was a law enforcement event. And I got to talk to Colonel Mon for a Noble. I got to talk to Colonel Noble for a few minutes, and that was very nice. But I was
last year, right?
What's that?
He recognized you from the year previous.
He recognized me from last year. Absolutely. We had a nice, we had like 4 or 5 minute discussion. It was very good. But
Did you ask him if he was crunk?
No. You gotta know your room. You gotta know your room, Eric.
No, you never, I mean, if you don't ask, you don't know.
No. So I'm standing in line to get a drink, and a person behind me goes, "Hey, you look familiar. I think," and I go, "I do." And she goes, I think you look like someone I know." I go, "Oh, well, who do you know?" And they go, "You look like John Camo." And right away, I knew I was going to pull the Jim McCabe line, and I did. But I didn't want to get out of line, so I just said, "That's my brother." I wanted to say that's my brother and then walk away, but I didn't want to leave the line. So
I don't live here.
so yeah, so I said, I go, "That's my brother," and they go, "You look just like him." I go, "No, I am. I'm John." And they're like, "Oh my God!" So we talked for a couple of minutes. It was very nice meeting one of the Kronks. So and their significant other that was there. But so that was that. So yeah, a lot of things to come. Tuesday night, select board meeting, and the election's coming up, and then basically the celebration of life fun run, and you get pins. You get to have the pins. So what's going on, Eric? Any hot news coming in?
Nah, just some casual questions that got unanswered. We're getting back to them.
Yeah.
How about you? You got anything good? Any meat?
Nothing at the moment. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Yep. And then I was asked not to mention it. So but there some of the Kronks have run in that Malia's run.
Oh, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a fun day that day.
There's some of our
If you
Kronks
run,
have
whether you
followed.
run or you don't run, come anyways.
Some of our Kronks have followed their whole journey, and the Jessics are incredible to carry on Malia's legacy in the way they do. So there you go. That's from one of the Kronks that will be there. So there you go. We're gonna have. Hopefully, we're gonna have a good turnout. Depositions. I don't. You know what? I was focused only on Malia this week. I will say that I did catch a little bit of the forensic room, and it is something that if we have a pop-up show, we have a pop-up show, because there's some things that I'd like to correct that they got wrong yet again.
Was that yesterday's show?
That was yesterday's show. So on there, yesterday's show.
I have to make sure I watch it on the way to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Listen to work tomorrow, I should say.
Right. I got mentioned, and the one mention was completely wrong, but that's not all they got wrong. So
Not accurate?
not accurate. There you go. Cubert's going to be
John,
there.
John, you're like an open book. How do they get it wrong with you?
I don't know. Like completely. I mean, they weren't even close. So, but all right. So Eric, we all set?
Listen, I'm here for however long you want. You want to stay another hour? I'm in. If you want to.
No, because this was all
now,
dedicated.
I'm good too.
I don't want to tarnish the fun run. So I
think it was a great episode. It's certainly a great cause, and I'm looking forward to the event and keeping things. This has been going on for a long time. So it's not easy to have a fundraiser that lasts as long as this one's lasts. So for them to be this strong, it's awesome.
Right. Yeah. So. All right. Well, thanks, Kronks, for joining in, and I hope that a good number of you will join us in this. This will be, I think, something that's really fun, and it's for a really good cause. So, just keep watching for all the information that Eric's going to be pumping out there.
It's coming. I might even put it on my X account, which I don't. I'm not a big poster on there, but I might make some exceptions.
I'll put it on mine. Oh, and by the way, like I said, there might be a pop-up show. Because next Sunday's Easter, so yeah, we're not gonna have a show on Easter.
Will not be on Tuesday, but it could happen.
Right, we could have a pop-up show. Yeah.
As long as it's not on
Okay.
Tuesday.
No, we'll discuss that later.
All right,
I still gotta go through all the forensic mess that they made.
Well,
So-
you know, John, sometimes I figure I better let you know now because you just schedule things and then tell me later.
You know, you just gotta do it.
You know, I can't. It's difficult for me to do a live show when I'm standing out at the center of town.
I know.
The
I
Wi-Fi
know.
connection just
No more
isn't there.
nooners. No more nooners. That was a one and done on the nooners.
One and done at the news. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put you up in my regularly scheduled program.
Right. So, but there you go. That, you know what? Let's leave on that. Be safe, everyone. Have a great week, and watch for the pop-ups and watch for the news. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
It's the Chronicle signing off with a flame, dropping names, spitting facts, shaking up the game. It's fire, it's grit, it's no holds barred. A mic in one hand, the town on guard. The truth hits harder than a Fairview brawl, and the Chronicle's here to expose it all. From cover-ups to donut runs, we light up the night like Canton suns. Next episode, yeah, we'll be back with more names, more flames, and a truth.